So I figured out why taking notes on the iPad at first was really frustrating and very terrible, to say the least. But now I'm starting to like it. And let me show you why. So I think Apple's notes are not really designed to take notes with Apple's software and tools, their Apple Pencil, because if you try to do it for a long period of time, for one, iPad's battery dies a little slower than phones for the most of the time. But if you're taking notes on your iPad with your Apple Pencil, on your Notes app that came on the iPad to begin with, it's really slow, it's really laggy, really glitchy. It starts to lag behind. You can write a sentence, it'll rewrite it. A couple seconds later, it starts to do that fairly quick into your note-taking process. And I just recently got GoodNotes. I think that's what it's called. GoodNotes, yes, GoodNotes, and I upgraded to the Pro version so I could be able to take notes. But let me tell you, for one, I love not having to deal with paper. So flipping through paper, all that stuff. So save the trees, whatever they say, save them. Another thing, I hate writing. This might sound crazy. But I hate writing with a pencil on paper for a long period of time because the friction, I guess, makes it hard to write. And so my hand is working really hard to get wrote out what I need to be wrote down. So that's another thing. But with the iPad, wham, it's not like that. It's very smooth, very frictionless. And on GoodNotes, there's a bunch of different settings you can play with for how to write. It increases your stroke flow. So what I mean by that, so let me show you. Hold on, if I can. Let's just try to write something like this. The Notes app, this thing would have been like, it wouldn't have been that dramatic, but as I would have drug, it would have been like a squiggly line. Rather on here, it has a setting to fix your strokes to make them straight. So that's another thing. So when you're writing, just imagine when you're writing and it's auto-correcting your stroke, therefore you never really write in a bad way. It's always in a way where you can understand because it's not just letting it go crazy as you try to write. Another thing, so this was today actually. Let's see, I'm on page 27. So like I said, they're not flipping through pages. Let's see if I can fix this real quick. So I did all of this today. All of this was today, and that's a lot of notes, right? And in a notebook, you wouldn't be able to see this seamlessly. I wouldn't be able to show you this seamlessly. I would have to flip, and it would take forever just to get to a place where I could show you what all I had done. And in most cases, I probably would just look at the front page, say this is where I started, flip to the last page, and say this is where I ended. But on the iPad, you can just scroll up and down, zoom in, zoom out. I like to zoom in while I'm writing the notes so I can fit more on one page than just rather having to zoom it out and writing real big. So that's the pros of taking notes on the iPad at first. Once again, this is the second review. At first, I hated it. It was terrible. I disliked it. The Notes app is terrible. The Freeform app is terrible. The GoodNotes app, I guess it's their software. It pairs with Apple's already software that's inside the iPad. And it makes everything smooth. You can add sticky notes onto it. You can add pictures. You can add, there's a highlighter section. There's pencil section. There's a tape section where you can block stuff off if you mess up. There's a laser in case you're trying to teach somebody. So all types of functions on here. And you can have multiple folders. I'm going to go back out just for an example. Multiple folders of different stuff. So that's why I like the GoodNotes app right there. That's why I like taking notes on my iPad now, because it allows me to be fast and efficient. I don't have to flip through all the pages. I don't have to write on paper, which is kind of hard. It's friction-y. Don't have to use a bunch of paper. Don't have to weigh myself down with all that. It's very fast. It doesn't hurt my hand. And the last thing, what did I say? Oh, I can zoom in and out, and it's smooth. So that's why I like taking notes on my iPad, especially for a college student. You have an iPad. I say even if you just get the $20 pencil from Amazon, I'm pretty sure they work the same. I have not tried one. I was gonna try one, but I was like, might as well just go ahead and get it, because I think you have to reconnect every time you try to connect one in. So if you're in college, you have an iPad, and it's only $10 a year for this GoodNotes subscription. $10 a year for unlimited notebooks and all the notes you want to take, as you've seen what I did. So I would recommend investing in an Apple Pencil if you already have an iPad. Now, if not, just take notes on your pen, your paper, age-old thing. It's not going to change. That's still just fine. But if you already have an iPad, invest in an Apple Pencil and get to taking notes on this, because this is just great. It will really help you. I feel like you'll really benefit from it, and you won't have to carry so much stuff around. So if you like this type of video, thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around, seeing what I was talking about, seeing why it's good to take notes on the iPad. But there should be a video here, a subscribe button there. Until next time, peace.